Hi guys, welcome to see me this afternoon. We're going to do some instructional BJJ stuff for you guys sitting at home. Make sure you get into it. There's going to be 3 or 4 drills here that you can do in a confined space. You don't need much space. You can move the coffee table, move the couch, right in the middle of the lounge room, show mum and dad how you do your drills. And also the adults, this is for you guys as well, because this goes through from every single student, from our juniors all the way up to our adults, and it works on heaps of levels, many levels. So the first thing we're going to get Aiden's doing our on the mat stuff for us today. So first thing we're going to get Aiden to do is a double foot hip escape. Now what this does, this allows for his hips to move and allow to escape either from a position of where the person's actually got a hold of his legs. He's able to make the space and regain his guard. So what Aiden's trying to do here is he's getting right up onto his shoulders, and that's going to maximize his hip movement. If he's not on his shoulders and he's more on his back, and he's got his feet not as far back or his feet slip, his hips aren't going to be able to move as far. So we're going to see Aiden go through side to side, and you can see his hips, his feet stay in the same spot, and he brings his hips back to his feet. He's not moving up the mat, he's not moving sideways. This is what we call a static double foot hip escape. Thanks, Aiden. Okay, so for the next one we're going to do, this is mainly on the same lines, but this is about recovering our guard. This is a guard retention drill, and this teaches you to be able to move side to side in a confined space. So again, really good in the lounge room. Move everything out of the way, get yourself some space. If you've got your sisters, your brother and sisters there, get them to do it too. Teach them how to do it. That way, they've got some skills as well. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go back with Aiden. He's going to start to move off his hips. He's going to step to one side, and you'll see what he's going to do is he's going to then go straight back, and he's able to hip and move back into the other side. So as he starts to flow through, you can see he's right up onto his shoulders. He's protecting his face all the time. And this allows for when someone comes around this side, he's able to move back into me, and he's never exposing his back. So as we see him go through, he's going to just drill it through nice and easy, keeping his legs as close as he can to his body. You're going to get a little bit of movement out of this, so after you do sort of, a dozen or so, 10 dozen, just check where you are and just put yourself back into the spot where you started. Alright, so the next one we're going to move to now is the seated guard drill. So what this is for is, this drill here is really good for a few different aspects, as far as if you land on the mat and you're able to stand back up without using your hands on the mat, because as we know, if it's a street fight situation and you do find yourself on the ground, if you're the person coming up to try and kick this person, he's able to sit up, be able to defend his face the whole time, and be able to stand back up and either move away or come into the actual fight itself. So Aiden's going to be on the ground. We're just going to show this nice and quickly, just to make sure that you guys actually understand why we do this drill. If I'm coming in, I'm the aggressor, I come in to try and kick. Again, he's got his face, his hands covering his face, and he's able to stand up without using his hands. Now in the opposite situation, jump back on the mat. If he was to use his hands on the mat to try and get up, again, he's going to cop one in the face and it's not going to be too good. At least with this drill, he's able to cover his face and be able to protect himself. So what we're going to do is we're going to see Aiden start the drill. So he's going to tuck one leg in, he's going to sit up. This is also a really good drill to stretch the hips and be able to move from side to side. So he changes direction, goes one side, then switches out and goes the other side. So you can see the whole time he doesn't actually cross his feet over at all. One leg's always kept on the outside to make sure he maintains that stability. As soon as he starts to cross his feet, he's not going to be stable, and it's going to be really hard for him to keep that momentum coming forward. Alright, so the next one we're going to do now is, this is the bridging drill. Now the bridging drill is super effective for when we've got a person on the mount position, and again, all of these drills you can do at home in a small space. Get your brother and sister in, get them to give you a hand, get mum and dad on the mats too, show them what you do here, and they'll even learn some stuff, as I said before. So, the main thing with this drill here is, he needs to get maximum lift for his hips, okay? Because if he gets maximum lift for his hips, he's able to create the opponent being off balance. So with the drill, because it's obviously a partner not on top, we want Aiden to start to move on the direction that he's going to go to. So if we get Aiden to start moving on the direction, you'll notice his feet are really close to his backside here to make sure he gets that maximum lift with his hips. So again, his elbows are tucked in, his hands are in front of his face whenever he can be, and he's right up onto his shoulders. So you can see huge lift there. If he does have to readjust his legs, he always brings his feet in, then he gets set again, and he's up, and he's going again. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to bring Aiden's better looking brother in. All right, so what we've got here is we've actually got the position that we're talking about. Corey's in the mount position, Aiden's on the bottom. Now, as you know, and as we know through history, the person on this top position is in a really, really great position to be able to attack. The person on the bottom's got limited things they can do, especially if you're the person on the bottom that doesn't know how to escape. So, and that's what you'll find a lot of the fights out in the street and things that you might see out in the street or wherever. A person gets in this position, the person on the bottom really has to know how to get out of this position, because especially if you've got a bigger person on top, it can be extremely hard. So what we want to do is we want to try and keep the same mentality that we had with the drill. So the main thing we're trying to achieve is maximum height with our hips. If we get maximum height with our hips, that means Corey is now unbalanced and he's not striking, he's not trying to choke us with BJJ, he's not attacking, because he's constantly trying to stop his weight from moving side to side, and he's trying to bury himself flat. So what we've got now is we're going to get Aiden to now just do the drill without doing the whole technique, because what we're going to do is break down that technique in a minute. So what Corey's going to do, he's just going to try and keep his balance, and every time Aiden bridges up, he's going to come back, he's going to have his hands in front of his face the whole time. And again, Corey's ready to base out with his arms. Now this is a really good drill for building core strength, muscle strength through the hips and the legs, and also gives you a really good idea at how much movement if you know how to move your hips off the ground. Thanks, boys. Okay, so as I said before, this can be done in a 1 meter space. We haven't moved from this space at all so far. So it can be done in your bedroom, okay? Just obviously if you want to stay away from mum's vases and stuff around, so you're not going to crash those off, but very easy to do in so many places. And these drills here are essential to any foundations of jiu-jitsu. Any foundations of a lot of ground martial arts, wrestling, judo, it's a lot of hip movement, it's a lot of small confined space movement. So now what we're going to do, if we come around and have a look at the front, we're actually going to break this technique down a little bit. So what we're trying to achieve here is we're trying to achieve Aiden to be able to move Corey's weight the most efficient way as possible. So he's going to use this bridging technique, but before that, he needs to be able to take away the base arm. So if we get Aiden to bridge up and we get Corey to use his arms, so here we can see this is Corey's base arm. He's gone to this side. So for Aiden to be technically, be able to achieve this technically and be able to get this outcome that he needs to be able to take away that base arm. So once that base arm's taken away, he's able to lift his hips nice and high and then change the position back into a much neutral position. So if we go back, so again, if your brother and sisters at home, grab them. Yeah, they'll love to be on this position because they think they've got you. Yeah, and next thing you know, 2 seconds later, you're in a better position. Not only that, they learn how to keep their balance. If you've got a brother and sister at home that does jiu-jitsu, or a dad or mum that does jiu-jitsu, this is a good drill for both of you because it's a drill that both of you learn. Corey 1 learns where his balance is, learns how to keep base, how to keep his posture down, where Aiden, as we said before, is learning how to move his hips, how to shift his hips, and how to make the person on the top unbalanced for that technique to be able to escape. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to break this arm down. So depending on where Corey is, he might be sitting up really high or he might be crouched down. The main thing is Aiden needs to protect his face. So his elbows are tucked in, but he's protecting his face at the same time, because just in case, especially in a street fight situation, Corey's not limited to anything here. He can use his fists, he can use his elbows, he can use a range of different weapons that he's got. So Aiden really needs to maintain where his arms are, where his elbows are, and make sure he protects himself at all times. So to be able to break Corey's posture down, the first thing Aiden needs to do again is lift his hips to create that unbalance. So now he's created the unbalance, he's made Corey choose a side, which then in turn Aiden is going to take away that base and be able to trap it in. So what he's done now is he's actually trapped the arm in, and now Corey can't put his arm back out and his elbow's tucked in. So now Aiden's going to lift his hips up nice and high, create that huge unbalance, weight to the same side, on the shifting weight, goes over, and he sits up, postures up, elbows in, and now we're ready to start again. So what we'll do is we'll do that 3 times. So boys, reset. Now the boys are going to do it 3 times in their own time, and what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to see it from a few different angles. Okay, so what we'll do, boys, nice and easy, traps the arm, bridge and roll. Creates a space. Good job, boys. So you'll notice straight away as well, as soon as Corey gets taken over and the position swap, Corey then gets his guard back on and he's able to start in that guard position from the bottom. There we go. So, very important, obviously with the drills that we do, take your time with them. You don't need to do 5,000 of them in 1 minute. Take your time, try and get them all to be exactly the same, whether you're shifting weight, whether you're moving your partner, try and get the repetition going, because it's the muscle recognition and the muscle memory that's you're going to be able to keep for later on, okay? So very, very important. All right, go ahead and jump on. So what we're going to do is we're quickly going to go just back through the drills that we did. So we've got the double foot hip escape. Again, Aiden's arms are tucked in, his elbows are tucked in, his feet are close to his backside, and he's got maximum movement with his hips. Right up onto his shoulder. He hasn't moved anywhere on the mat. He's stayed in exactly the same spot he started with. Okay, so the second one we did is our guard recovery drill. This is the stepping over, we call it step over drill, and we need to make sure that when he does the step over drill, he's right up onto his shoulder. That way he gets maximum effort and maximum technique for his work. So he comes through, he's trying to keep his legs nice and tight to be able to turn in the smallest spot possible. So you'll even see I could be right here and he could turn straight in on me, and again, foot's on the mat. And if I come around to the other side, he's already switched. Come around to the other side, he's already switched. So you can see how fast he's able to move his hips in different directions. So now we'll get him just to flow through. And again, as I said, he's right up onto his shoulders, keeping his feet in nice and tight. Okay, so the third drill that we did was the seated guard drill. Now again, this one's really good. If you're sitting at home watching TV, punch out 20, 30 of these and your hips will feel great, and you'll also start to really get that technique to improve. So touch one leg down, comes up, uses his weight, sitting up, and now he stretches right out through his hips. Now this is just an added little bonus, just to give your hip a real nice stretch, loosen everything up. And we do a lot of these drills before we do our technique in the class. That way all of our students are all ready to go, all of their joints, everything's nice and warmed up. So now he's going to sit through, sitting up, and again. So a little bit of a variation to this one is, rather than him go all the way back down, he just sits up, sits back, switches the legs, and he keeps everything nice and tight, because sometimes you might not be able to roll back onto the mat. So again, what we're doing is we're making an even more confined space. Everything's tucked in nice. And again, as we said, if I was to come in here to try and attack, Aiden can use his He's sitting down, he'll be able to fend off with his hands, stand up and move away. I come in, he's able to stand up, fend off and move away. Alright, the last one we did, which is with our technique, was our bridge escape drill. Now this one's really easy, really nice one to give you a good stretch through, and it actually feels really nice on your shoulders just to roll through your shoulders as well, get that blood pumping through the top body. So, Aiden's going to use his legs, lift his hips as high as he can, and remembering to always keep his feet as close to his backside as possible, and again that makes sure that our maximum lift is achieved. Nice. Good work. All right, let's get Corey back in. And again, let's look at that mount escape drill again. Just again, 3 times from a few different angles. And again, the boys are keeping it all nice and tight. They haven't moved too far on the mat. It's virtually still in that same 1 meter square. Maximum lift with his hips. Nice tight elbow, and he's able to get that defense and change that position. All right, thanks very much, guys. We can't wait to get you guys back on the mat. We're going to try and give you as much content as possible. Again, if you guys are doing something at home, show us. Send us your videos in. You guys have trained every week, week in, week out, and you guys have got so much knowledge there at home. Show your parents what you do. This is the best opportunity to let them know exactly what you do in your own living room. Okay, so we can't wait to see you guys soon. Again, we're really looking forward to the videos that you guys are going to shoot us back and let us know what you guys are doing, and can't wait to see you guys back on the mat.